Good morning, boys and girls, and welcome to Wednesday's literacy lesson with Miss Harkins. It is Wednesday, so today's focus is going to be writing. With Miss Coleman, you have started to look at rhyming couplets. So today you're going to be writing some of your own rhyming couplets. So today's lesson intention is to write a couplet poem. So not to write a couple of poems, but to write a couplet poem, a rhyming couplet poem. Today you will be successful if you can recognize rhyming words, and I can compose a, let's go back. And I can compose a poem following the couplet form and structure, which you've already been looking at with the lovely Miss Coleman. So what are rhyming words? Let's have a quick recap. So what are rhyming words? If two words end with the same sound, so if they end with the same sound, either a vowel or a consonant sound, then they are called rhyming words. For example, hat, rat, duck, luck, try, cry, because they end with the same sound. Mouse, house, ring, king, pen, hen. These are all examples of some extra rhyming words. So with Miss Coleman, I just have to move myself. Right, I'm going to sit on top of Miss Coleman for a second. So on Monday and yesterday in reading, you've already started to look at some couplet poems. So who can tell me what is a couplet poem? Let's do a recap. Yes, a recap is when we go over it again. So you should all be able to now tell me what a rhyming couplet is. A couplet is the simplest form of poetry. Do you see the word couple in couplet? Do you all see the word couple? A couple is two of something. A couplet is a poem made up of two lines of rhyming poetry. There are no rules about length or rhythm. So you had some examples here from Miss Coleman. So here is an example of some rhyming couplets. Mr. Field. So, is a teacher at our school and thinks he is pretty cool. He might not have much hair, but he doesn't really care. Mr. Field is his name, magic is his game. Ask him about spelling, he knows all there is worth telling. So, can you see that we've got a couple of lines here? Do they rhyme? School and cool. Yes. The last word from the first line rhymes with the last word of the second line. Here we have a couple of lines and they rhyme. So we have an example of a couplet here, a couplet here, and a couplet here, and a couplet here. So we've put four couplets together to make a couplet, a rhyming couplet poem. Now we're going to write one together about this lady here. So, who is it? Who can tell me? Regan, who is it? Yes, it is Miss Coleman. So Miss Coleman is going to be the topic of a poem that we are going to write together. What type of poem? Yes, a couplet. So Miss Coleman is our topic. Now, the first thing we need to do is to think of some words that describe Miss Coleman. And the first word that popped into my mind was teacher. So that is a word that describes Miss Coleman. Now we need to think of another word that might describe something to do with Miss Coleman that rhymes with teacher. So I've come up with a few words here and we need to figure out together which one rhymes with teacher. Creature, person, and lady. So I'm wanting to put two words together to make a couple, but they need to rhyme. To make a couple, they have to rhyme with each other. So does lady rhyme with teacher? No. Does person rhyme with teacher? No. Does creature rhyme with teacher? Creature, teacher. Does it have the same sound in the end? Yes, it does. So we have found a word, well, two words, two rhyming words to make a couple of words. Teacher and creature. So we have found two words to describe Miss Coleman that rhyme. So our theme is, whoops, I made myself off the top of Miss Coleman. Now our theme is Miss Coleman. And we're going to be writing a poem together about Miss Coleman. So what I'd like you to do now is to pause the video. Then I'd like you to go and get something to write with and something to write on. So pause the video now and go and get something to write with and something to write on. Okay, and we're back. So now you should have something to write with and something to write on. So we need to write a rhyming couplet. What step? I wrote that one about Mr. Field. What steps did I take to write that poem? Well, the first thing I did was I needed to think about two words that rhyme to describe the theme. So the theme now that we're going to write about is Miss Coleman. So she is a teacher and she is a type of creature. So these two words rhyme. There are a couple. So we've done the first part. We've found two rhyming words. What's the next step? Now we need to write some verses. So now let's write these verses. So I've put teacher across here into my sheet, and I've put creature underneath teacher. So we're going to write our first couplet, our first verse. So let's just have a look at these instructions. First, try listing rhyming words in the boxes. So have I got two rhyming words here? Teacher and creature. Yes. Then write verses to bring meaning to the rhymes and topic. So we're writing about Miss Coleman. So I need to write one line here with something about her being a teacher and one line here and something about her being a creature. So Miss Coleman is a clever teacher. She is a most amazing creature. So there we have already, we have written our first verse for our couplet. We have got a little couplet here already, but we're going to make it a bit longer because we're in grade 3 and grade 4 and we can write some longer ones. So Miss Coleman is a teacher. She is a most amazing creature. Do these two lines rhyme? Yes, because these two words, the last two words in each line, they rhyme together. So now let's write some more couplets about Miss Coleman. So we've got our first couplet here. Let's write some more. So what I would like you to do is I'm going to put the rhyming words in for you this time. So I've got hair and, oh, no, actually I'll do this bit. Hair and fair. So let's have a look. What could we write about Miss Coleman's hair? Because now we've put in our two rhyming words in the boxes. So now we need to complete the lines to bring meaning to the topic. So let's think about Miss Coleman's hair. It's long, it's brown. She has gorgeous long brown hair. Oh my, that's not fair. So, does the first line rhyme with the second? Yes, because the last words they rhyme together. Has what I've written in the top line actually got anything to do with Miss Coleman? Yes, she has long brown hair. And I don't think that's very fair. She has quite lovely hair. Now, the next one, I'm going to put in some rhyming words. I'd like you to copy this part, what I'm doing now. So if you can draw a line and then a rectangle and then another line and another rectangle. I'd like you to copy in small in your top triangle and tall in your bottom triangle. If you need some more time to do that, just press pause and then play again once you've done the line and the rectangle. Okay, what I'd like you to do now is we've done the first part. We've listed some rhyming words into the boxes, some rhyming words that have something to do to describe Miss Coleman. Now what I'd like you to do this time is I would like you to write the rest of the line. So something about Miss Coleman being small and something about her maybe not being so tall. I'd like you to pause the video and then I'd like you to try and write those two lines yourself. So pause the video. Okay. You obviously can't share with the whole class, but I'm going to imagine that lots of you wrote 2 rhyming lines and they sound amazing. So let's have a look at what I wrote. So very little and small. Yes, Miss Coleman is little and small, so that line makes sense about the topic. I wonder if she wishes she was tall. So I do wonder if Miss Coleman wishes she was tall. Now at this stage, I'm going to go back and I'm going to reread what I've got so far. Miss Coleman is a clever teacher. She is a most amazing creature. Yep, the first couplet, they rhyme. She has gorgeous long brown hair. My, oh my, that's not fair. Those 2 lines rhyme as well. So very little and small. I wonder if she wishes she was tall. So what I'm going to get you to do now is to pause the video again. And I would like you to put into the boxes here 2 words that rhyme together that have something to do with Miss Coleman. Then once you've done that, I'd like you to finish off the last line for this couplet about Miss Coleman. So you need to put in 2 words that rhyme together and then write the rest of this verse. So you need to finish the 2 lines. I'd actually like you, once you've done that, to take a picture and to share it with your teacher. Good luck. Okay. So, I wrote one about Mr. Field. We've written one about Miss Coleman together. So now this is your chance to write. You're going to write your own rhyming couplets. So you will have this sheet here. And the first thing that you're going to have to do is to think of a theme, to think of a topic. Now, remember, rhyming couplets, they're often very funny. So you might you might want to write about a person in your family. You might like to do a YouTuber, a footballer. You might like to write about a person, a place, a thing. You might like to write about a holiday. So something that you think you might be able to write in a funny way about. So once you've got your topic, then the next step is So then you need to first try listing rhyming words in the boxes. So you'll need to think about rhyming words like we did with Miss Coleman that describe or have something to do with your topic. So once you've put in your rhyming words, then you will write the verses. So you'll fill in the lines. So you'll have one line here, another line here to bring meaning to the rhymes and topic. So fill in, keep going to point at my screen. Fill in, you'll need 2 words here that rhyme. So a couple of words that rhyme, a couple of words that rhyme, a couple of words that rhyme, a couple of words that rhyme. Then you will complete the lines. Then you will have 2 lines that rhyme, 2 lines that rhyme, and so on. Remember, try and be funny. Try and get this to be funny. So our checklist to do is slightly long. Now, you guys have been doing an excellent job with using these checklists, but make sure if you're going to give something a tick, you have to have done it. If you haven't done it, you cannot give it a tick. So the first task for today is to watch today's literacy video with Miss Harkins, me. So tick that once you've done that. Then the next task, complete practice poem about Miss Coleman. So the one that we were writing together that we were practicing with, you need to complete that and take a photo of that and then send it through on Seesaw, please. You need to have a couplet sheet, so that sheet that I just showed you, ready to fill in. You need to think about a funny topic or a theme. First, list the rhyming words in the boxes. Complete lines to create verses. Reread to check it is funny. So reread your poem, your couplet once it's finished. If it's not funny, go back and fix it up. Try and make it funnier. Reread and make 3 improvements. So reread, see if it's funny. Then I want you to reread it again and make 3 improvements. Can you use some better words? Can you up-level your words? Use bigger words. Improve your vocabulary. You need to include a title and an illustration. Your work needs to be very neatly presented. If it's not neat, we're going to be asking you to redo it to a better standard. You need to double check that you have completed all tasks to the best of your ability. And then once you've done all of that, the extra task today is to read to self for 20 minutes. Okay, good luck with your rhyming couplets. See you tomorrow.